project you will need a pixel grid pattern, yarn, and a crochet hook. Once you've chosen a grid, you'll want to know how big it is and how much you're working with. So for example, this grid is a 15 by 15 grid. So you'll want to start out by chaining 15. So because the grid that I'm working with is a 15 by 15, that means 15 for the initial chain, and then you'll work a total of 15 single crochet rows. The grid that I'm following starts out with a chain and then 3 rows of single crochet in color 1. So now that I've completed the 3 rows of single crochet in color 1, I'll now be working on the first row that has a color change. So this means I'll have 7 stitches without changing the color, then I'll change the color for 1 stitch in color 2, then finish off with the rest of the stitches in color 1. Okay, so since the grid I'm following requires a color change on the 8th stitch, before I do the 7th stitch, where we'll be starting off the color change, I went ahead and did the 6 single crochet that come before it. So to do the color change, I'll just start a single crochet, now get ready to attach my second color. And I will finish off the 7th stitch with this second color. And then you'll want to pick a side that will be the back side or the wrong side of your work. So for me, that will just be behind what I'm working with right now. I'll tighten color 1. And now do the next stitch using the new color that I attached. But again, since it's only one color, or one single crochet with this color, I'll be completing this stitch back in color 1, and then I'll complete the rest of the row in color 1 as the grid calls for. And as you can see, because we're leaving the tails behind it and we're not weaving them in, you can't see them at all. And that's your first stitch in the grid. Okay, so now I went ahead and did 5 single crochets. Now I will be moving this yarn again to the back and then just picking up the yarn we were working with before to start off the color change. It's just important as you're doing this to make sure that you're keeping the extra tail behind so that way you're not accidentally incorporating this color. And now you can do the rest of the stitches that require color 2. So in this row that was 3, and now I'll be moving this yarn behind and just pulling this one. Make sure you don't pull it too tight so that way you don't have it pulling on the design. And there you go. Now you're back in color 1. So basically for the rest of the grid, you'll just be following this exact pattern. You just follow the grid and do the crochets in the color that it's calling for. And as you can see, the right side looks like this, while the wrong side looks like this with the extra yarn tails in the back. This step is optional, but one thing I like to do is single crochet or slip stitch all the way around the edges of my square, just in case I want to use it as a patch or a granny square, something like that later on. I don't like the way the edges come out on here, but I usually just do a single crochet or a slip stitch all the way around, and it makes it look a bit better and a bit more finished. Once you're done, it should look something like this. Thanks for watching.